Alright, just want to make a quick video on some new things that I observed, some new models that I want to talk about here. I mean, the models are not different at all, but just some things that I saw here when back testing. So here we did have a beautiful push up. Um, and so first thing that you want to do is always, so we do have direction here, high time frame wise, but we want to have the direction for the next few hours. How do you do that? You buy low, sell high. And you have to know when price is low and when price is high. So always when it hits, like for example, this level there, price is low, this is a good time to buy. Um, and then you wait for some kind of confirmation here. It's super simple. You wait maybe for a break here. You can wait for a retest. You can refine it. Um, Same thing here. You wait for a break, or maybe this is the break. Then it does a retest. Now it goes lower, so maybe you want to have something like that here. It also, no, it does not go lower, so that's something. Also, we did have a break here, but we did not test in these major levels, 45, 50%. So that's actually where I took a short here up here. So I waited for a break of this trend there, based off the 786 level. Because I knew price wants to go lower, or at least I anticipated it. You never know exactly, but yeah, that's pretty simple, right? So first requirement is price is at a is low or high, depends on. But if you're bullish, price is low, and then it's just the timing question here. So for example here, you have this trend here, nice range. Here we do have a lower limit there, and also we failed to make no, we do not fail, but it's like rounded here again. Also price to something like that. Just kind of intuition wise, you anticipate a reversal at some point. In this case, it didn't go up far, but still can take a trade. So we go on the charts here. Then you realize, then if you're here somewhere, then you realize, okay, so now we probably do await some kind of trade option here. We failed to make lower lows here. We are a little bit low volume. We are ranging. So what you can do is, first of all, price broke this here. Then this is basically, then you just wait for a retest, right? This is not the continuation of the trend. This is just a retest for setup for beginning a new uptrend there. So we test 786 level perfectly. What you can do is just take a trade based off the break. You don't have to make it complicated at all. And then you can maybe wait for another retest if you want to refine it further. But I'm trying to make it simple here. You can target the white line, target just below the previous trend that is broken, 4-hour trade. If you can take these consistently, which is totally possible, and it's a high probability trade, yeah, you're cooking. You're just literally cooking. So this is just the basic model that I think everybody that trades the trend and doesn't have any kind of specific levels that they want to trade off, let's say a liquidity sweep, and it doesn't matter what the bias is, right, where the price is going. But I just want to take, if you just trading trend, which I think is the most simplest way to do it, which makes the most amount of sense, and which cannot be like invalidated in the future, right? I mean, price will always move in trends. Price will always like react off of the break of the trends to continuation and to continue a new trend. Price will always react to certain levels to retrace, or let's say price will always retrace. The levels obviously can change, but price will always retrace, and you have to choose things that probably will never change. For example, if you have like a strategy that where you if you mark the low and the high of a certain candle, at a certain specific time, and then you wait for a break and a retest. You don't know if that's gonna happen in the next few years. Sure, if you want to make quick money, then sure, go for it. But you never know. It's never certain. Things can change, but the most the most it makes the most amount of sense if you just choose things that probably will never change. But anyways, so I'm gonna try to explain it. Here, pretty simple. That's the model. You have is like the higher time frame trend here. You're here. Oh wait, let me do that again. So you retest, then you're here. Oops. And what price does is it kind of does something like here. Now we're here, right? So that's the first. That's like the simplest thing you can do, or the best scenario for a nice, beautiful trend there. And what you do is you wait for. It depends obviously on how the time frame is, on which time frame it is, right? If that happens on if that's exactly the 1 minute, I won't wait for a retracement. But if that's like the 15 minute, I'm gonna wait probably for a retracement. So how price will move is it will like this. So then you take a trade here, and if you refine it, if you let's say you trade on, depends on what time frame that is. If that's a 15 minute, you can do that same thing on the 1 minute here. You do have that lower limit. Well, that's not too accurate. Say we do have something like that, or we do have another another retest, doesn't matter really. Something like that, right? Then you do the same thing here. You wait for a nice shift. Then you wait, take target. Maybe a little bit too optimistic there. Something like that. That's how you do it. Because price is fractal, price will move the same. It doesn't matter if it's on the 1 second or if it's on the daily chart. Price will always move the same. Yeah, that's the perfect scenario. And also what is a good confirmation here too is when it retraces into some major level on the fib. Here obviously I did not do it perfectly, but you could count that as a retracement in the 60s. So for me that would be perfectly fine here. Good confirmation too. So yeah, that's explanation here. And let's say if market structure doesn't show you this price action, if you let's say if you trade in this way, then you should maybe not trade or develop a model for that type of market structure.